Doctor, he's travelled across time and space inside your telebox for 50 years. He's been played by almost 4 great actors and a few would-be panto dames. And he's saved the universe even more times than I've flown to exotic filming locations. And yet, in all that screen time, he still somehow managed to keep some secrets from us all. But tonight, we're going to delve into his wheezing, groaning little box of secrets and pull out the wonders of the WHOniverse. I've wondered what is time and I've wondered what are stars. I've wondered about women, if they really come from Mars. I've had a look for atoms, are they small or really big? Can you find them in a bomb cake or in your neighbour's pig? To answer all your questions, I'm gonna jet around the earth, moving tiny rocks around and grinning for all I'm worth. I'm making science trendy, it's the newest rock and roll, and maybe I'll blow your minds again as I fall down a black hole. Wondering about the WHOniverse. Turn out science again. I'm right here in the Doctor's TARDIS, and I can tell you I'm getting a real thrill just standing here, brushing the consoles. Oh, it almost feels like I could jet off around Cheadle-Hulme with just a flick of a switch. Oi, Coxie, I've told you before, hands off my time rotor. At least in public. Oh, sorry, Doctor, but tell me, haven't you ever wondered just how possible some of the amazing feats of science are in your show? No, not really. It's all Time Lord technology, you know. That or wibbly-wobbly, loosey-goosey, crappy-wappy, scripty writing, you know. That pretty much covers all bases. Well, he might not have a yen for finding out more, but I certainly ding-dang do have some more questions. Like, for instance, can something be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, like the TARDIS?
Ah, yes, Brian. It's all a matter of simple transcendental dimensional engineering.
Now, the box on the left is much bigger. But if I move it away from the camera...
It's still exactly the same size. It just looks smaller.
Exactly. A key Time Lord discovery.
What? Moving cardboard boxes around? What a load of rubbish. Even the postman can do that, and he's been privatised.
Yes, quite. But this does explain categorically how the TARDIS can be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Well, if you say so, Professor. Now, another of the wonders of the Doctor is his Time Lord ability to regenerate after sustaining a mortal wound or eating a dodgy kebab. Of course, it is said he can only do this about a dozen times. Or maybe as often as old Stevie Moffat can think of good plot wheezes. Which means on current form, he's basically on his last legs of Rassilon. But is it really possible for anyone to actually rejuvenate like this and come out with a whole new head? I've flown business class all the way to the Patagonian rainforest to speak to a man who says there are animals just like that, right here. So, David, tell me about this regenerating beastie.
Well, Brian, it's a large worm known as the Megalo-Einsteinia fastidia. Now, it's a magnificent creature. Even if you were to cut it in half or blast it with a staser, it would grow a whole new body.
And does the new body come complete with a new personality, a shocking sartorial style, and a predilection for picking up hot chicks then?
Well, no, Brian, it's just a worm. But, you know, if you let your imagination run wild, maybe, just maybe, it could.
Hey, imagine that, viewers. Me with a whole new face and personality. Maybe I'd not even like banjolele music and balm cakes anymore. Now that would be a wonder of the universe. Now, my chum the Doctor's met a lot of strange and memorable monsters over the years, from the Daleks and the Cybermen, through to the Zarbi and Adric. But could alien life really exist on other planets? And more importantly, would it be so obsessed with invading the southeast of the British Isles every 4 weeks? I spoke to the recently appointed head of the Pharos Project's Deep Space SETI antenna.
There is not the slightest possibility of alien life like that seen in Doctor Who. Were aliens to walk or roll among us, their technology would be so advanced that you or I would be unable to distinguish them from other humanoids.
What makes you say that, Dr. Legg?
Well, Brian, if they could travel across the gulf between the stars, frankly disguising themselves would be a simple matter for the perfection that is Dalek Psi. I mean, naturally alien science would find it a trivial matter.
So, no chance for any rubber-jawed vervoids or angry salt and pepper shakers to pop up on Oxford Street then?
Salt and pepper? Extermino! Very funny, Brian. Now, would you like a cup of tea? Cup of tea? Cup of tea!
Oh, I'll see myself out then. Now, our last wonder of the WHOniverse is the ability of the TARDIS to fly through the time vortex. Could man one day travel through space and time in a fragile wooden box as easily as I popped down to Greg's for a pasty on my moped? To find the answer, I flew back to Cambridge University to speak to the one man who'd know for sure, Professor Stephen Hawking.
No.
Oh, buggeration. Turns out Hawking's a busy man with a lot of cartoon cameos to film and even the odd lecture to give. So I've turned to someone much less busy and a hell of a lot cheaper to book for media appearances. The late Patrick Moore's stunt stand-in, Dr. Brian May.
Look, Brian, it's like I wrote in my doctoral thesis, Fat Bottom Girls, Do They Make the Rocking World Go Round? You see, thanks to the intersection of quantum gravity and dark energetic paradigms, it's tough to make a journey through. The right stuff is dead ahead of you, and you know, we've still got time. This ride didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really matters.
Hold on a minute, Brian. They were just a load of your old song lyrics. You don't bloody know, do you?
Another theory bites the dust, I guess, Brian.
Well, we've travelled all over the WHOniverse, and I'd like to think we've all learned a lot about the science behind the wonders of Doctor Who. I'd like to, but I'd be a flipping little liar if I did say that. Still, I've had some nice dinners on the BBC's expense account, and isn't that what Doctor Who's been about all these years? No, it flippin' hasn't. Go on, be off with you, you Turlo wannabe, before I stick my sonic screwdriver right up your dream. Oh, Groblocks. Well, anyway, here's to another 50 wonderful years of Doctor Who, and maybe, right, don't say you weren't warned, but I've got to do for you, Coxie!